Welcome back to the Coins and Connections podcast, where we explore all things books, business, and bullshit. My favorite bees. I'm your host, the fairy coin mother, Cinquanta Cox-Smith of www.cinquantacoxsmith.com. Now let's get into today's episode. Hey guys, welcome back to the Coins and Connections podcast, episode 146. And I feel like recording the podcast is becoming extremely hard, but today I am making it my business to record this episode that I've had for 3 weeks written out in my phone. It's going to come to you on a Saturday. Hopefully I can record it and edit it and publish it today, because my life has went from not busy to busy as fuck. And I'm not complaining. I'm happy. I just have to find a way to multitask, because that is not my strong point. I am not a multitasker like I used to be. I forget stuff all of the time. I forget what I said 5 minutes ago. So it's been extremely hard to just multitask a lot of different tasks, work on lots of different projects. So many collaborations are coming through right now. And again, that's from being consistent, what I've done in my podcast career and my YouTube channel and things like that. And these opportunities are still coming around, and I am forever grateful. Also, if you guys have not checked out my latest Creative Fabrica video, you can get an all access subscription for $1 for an entire month. You can download different things for print on demand, fonts, t-shirts, backgrounds, mandalas, coloring book pages, so many different options over there. I'll leave my Creative Fabrica link in the description and also the link to the video. You guys can check that out. But today I want to talk about unpopular podcast opinions and personal experiences. A lot of times we get on the mic, we get on a YouTube channel, and we talk. But I want people to understand that when we talk, we're not telling you to do something. We're explaining things from our personal experiences of what has happened for us and what we wish we knew, and possibly sometimes how we wish we could change things. But I know from sharing my personal experiences and my failures has helped people do things better than I've done them, because they look at that as she admitted that this did not work for her and she failed. And then when she did it this way, she exceeded. When they take the exceeded part, they put their own sprinkle on it, and then they succeed faster. So I think that's what a lot of times we don't want to force our opinions on you, but it's just, hey, this is what happened to me. Maybe if you can take this advice, you don't have to, but if there's something in what I've went through that helps you get there a little bit faster, because you guys know we're in the popcorn society. So the other thing about opinions is I always say, take what you need from this podcast and leave what you don't. I'm not offended at all about that. And you do not have to agree with all of my thoughts and opinions, because we are all thought leaders. We're all leaders. Not everyone is a follower. We all have thoughts and opinions. Just take what you need from it and leave the rest. That doesn't mean we have to have an argument because you disagree with what I say. I'm an individual, you're an individual, and I definitely try my best to stay in my lane and mind my business. And that's what works for me. But also I get to share my experience, and my experience is not law. My experience is not what's written in the book. And at this point, I think we've all realized that a lot of the things we have grown to think was law or the rule is really bullshit, okay? This was made up by people who didn't have as many options as we had, who weren't as free as we are now, and have the resources that we have now. So a lot of us are breaking down the barriers of so many things that we thought were the rules. So if something that is shared doesn't work for you, but it helps you determine a better solution, like I said, or make what you are doing better good, then that means you've been able to open your mind to someone else's possibilities. Like, I want you to be able to open your mind to those possibilities and to be able to say, okay, so this piece of what she shared did work for me. And now I'm going to take that and create it and make my own. And I'm going to succeed with these nuggets, okay, with these fractions or these pieces or these little seedlings that has been left in the soil for me to help me grow. And I use that reference because I've finally found my green thumb. And of what you can achieve from learning through my experience, I want greatness for you. People a lot of times think that we are so gung-ho on information. I am literally one of those people who find out something and it hurts to save it. It hurts to not share it. It really and truly weighs on me so heavy when I find out something new that is just amazing. I have to share it. And I don't know if that's a gift or a curse, but when I don't share something, it's like the world ends for certain people. But at the same time, I like to test things out. So I don't want to share it right away. I'll share an idea, but when I fully get it going, then I'll be ready to share with the world. And I think people have to understand and be okay with someone not sharing right off the bat. Let that success marinate so that they can present it to you in a way where you can succeed as well. There's so many different podcasts out here. I want to thank you guys for continuing to listen to my podcast. I know a lot of times I talk about life topics, and then a lot of times I talk about print on demand. I have to find a healthy medium because sometimes topics are repetitive, and I speak on what I know and I speak on how I feel. So I feel like I need to do another conversation or a topic on the podcast about collaborations, because even though I have not been as consistent this year with my YouTube channel and podcast, the opportunities are still coming in, and I'm grateful for that. And I always tell you, when you are in that grind mode, do what you can, because it will pay off in the long run. And that is definitely what is being true in this instance. All of the hard work I've done for the past 5 years is consistently paying off, even though I'm not as visual. I hardly post on my Instagram, but I'm still getting people who want me to use my Instagram for collaboration. Just, if you're in the hustle mode right now, stick to it, stay in it. And when you need to take a break, again, communication with your audience is by far the most biggest and transparent thing you can do for everyone around you to have clarity and for you not to have expectations that you possibly cannot fulfill. So I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast today about unpopular opinions and personal experiences. And until next time. Thank you so much for listening and subscribing to the Coins and Connections podcast. Don't forget to leave a review and join the conversation over on Facebook and Instagram using the hashtag Coins and Connections. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Cinquanta Cox-Smith and at Coins and Connections. You can shop all merch at www.coinsandconnections.com. I love you more than I love this podcast. Peace.